Okay, welcome to the final Project Prevent statewide meeting of the school semester. How that happened, I don't know, but we're at our December statewide meeting already. Of the decade. That's right. The last Project Prevent statewide meeting of the decade. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you guys, the ones that are able to call in live, and hello to everyone who's watching the recording whenever that happens. We've had a very eventful first half of the school year, and I know that you guys have too, because part of the reason we've been so busy is because you guys have been so busy, which is great. So this is our holiday-themed statewide meeting. It'll be maybe fairly short this time. I do have several chapter highlights that I want to go over and just a couple of things that I want to talk about. And then Stephanie has our Trivia Tuesday winners and just a couple of announcements. So first, I just want to kind of make sure that everybody has a good idea of kind of how we operate for the school year. We, as the statewide coalition, provide a conference, which we did in October, and we'll do that every year in October. We are looking at plans at maybe doing 2 different conferences next year, but they would both be still around the same time. And one would be for our lower grades, and then the other would be for our upper grades. So that's just kind of a heads up for next year. And then we have 2 statewide projects that we host each year. One is Ready, Set, Record, which we've been talking about, and the other is My Reason to Write. So Ready, Set, Record opens up at the beginning of the school year, and students in grades 8 through 12 have all school year to work on creating a 30-second commercial or a 30-second video that is anti-tobacco. There's a different theme every year. And then with those entries, we get a third party to judge those, and we have awards at our film festival that we host in February. So that's wrapping up now, and I'll talk just a little bit more about that in a second. But a heads up that My Reason to Write is going to open up as soon as school starts back in January, and that's for grades 2nd through 8th. So this is an essay or poem or song lyrics project that students can enter, and there's a different theme for that every year too. There's not an event for that project, but we do travel the state and give out awards in May, right towards the end of the school year. The prizes have been, I'm sorry, I say awards, but it's prizes really. The prizes have been great in the past, and I think this year we're looking at hopefully getting a few Nintendo Switches to give away. I think we're still doing some Beats headphones and maybe some laptops or tablets. So really great prizes for those too. So when that information comes out in January, we'll be asking you guys to share that with all of your lower grades in your schools too. So that's just kind of a snapshot of what we do. These are the 3 things that we're going to do every year, no matter what, and that's kind of the time frame for them. So as a reminder for Ready, Set, Record, these are the prizes, the first, second, and third place for beginner, intermediate, and advanced, and then we give out additional awards for like best actor and actress and best editing and that type of thing. So this was opened back in September, and here's the link where you can submit your videos. They have to be a YouTube video, but it's fairly easy to upload them with this link. We had a deadline of December 15th, which is just coming up in about a week and a half, and we have actually extended the deadline to December 21st. So that gives you guys another week if you have been working on videos, or if you started working on one and you hadn't finished it and didn't know if you were going to be able to. Now you have another week. So through the end of school for this semester, you can get those videos turned in. We have a lower number of submissions so far than we've had in the past. So if this is something that you were thinking about doing, this would be a good year to do it. The prizes are money. So students, you can have up to 6 students on a team. They can win, you know, $50 to $100 each. And the school and the teacher who helps them with their projects can also win money as well. So if you have questions about Ready, Set, Record, please let me know. We want to get some more entries in. And then everyone is invited to attend the film festival, whether you are a finalist or not, if you just want to come and watch. We'll have that on February 19th, and that'll be again at the Ron Robinson Theater where we had it last year, which is right across from the River Market in Little Rock. So that's just kind of an update on a few things. I wanted to let you guys know that we have a new website coming very soon. We hope to have it open by January 1st. So if you were familiar with our old website, I had really been wanting to make some changes for a while, and it turns out that we ended up losing the website altogether, which will ultimately, I think, be a good thing because we're able to build a new one entirely. So you'll be able to, of course, go directly there from your computer, but it'll also have the capabilities to be able to access really easily from your phone or from a tablet also. And with that, there'll be, we'll have opportunities for you to like register for the conference from the website, submit your videos or essays for our different projects. I had a list of things. There'll be a link of resources where you can either print materials or order materials. There'll be a place where you guys can report the activities that you're doing. Able to join, to register a new chapter or join as an individual, access our newsletter, all different types of things. We'll have a question and answer page. I think it's going to be really, really great. We just had a call with the company that's helping build it, and we're really excited about it. So that is coming soon, and hopefully by the time you guys come back to school, we'll have that up and running. So we'll stay on this theme. Our let me go back and say the website domain will change too. You know, we used to have SOS Project Prevent for everything, and SOS or Stamp Out Smoking has kind of been replaced by Be Well Arkansas. We had talked about that before. So our Facebook and Instagram handles have changed, and our website will too. So we're going with Project Prevent AR as in Arkansas. So I'd change that here. Stephanie has. We're moving quickly. Stephanie has our Trivia Tuesday winners, and we'll go ahead and do this first and get this done. There was an extra week or so maybe this time. It seemed like it was a longer period. So you have 4 winners.
Yes.
All right, I'll let you announce them, and you can click each one.
So we have 4 winners this time. Super exciting. We have tons of people that are doing the trivia now, which is a lot of fun too. Last month was Lung Cancer Awareness Month, so we had some trivia on that throughout the month, which was cool. And then we had a little bit of Thanksgiving trivia, so I'm trying to do some fun things. So maybe through the rest of December we'll have some more fun trivia, since we may not have some winners for a while because we'll all be on break. So this month's winners are Glitter Girl 0927. Congrats. Alex Merida _Merida 14. I'm so sorry. Whiter.Rice and Cotton _48. So congrats to all 4 of you. I'll post on Instagram and tag all of these people. So no one really emails me anyway. Again, you can always email me if you're one of the winners, but we'll tag you on Instagram, so you should see it. You can send us a message on there, and we have some pretty cool prizes stocked up, so make sure that you message us so you can get your prize. And then again, just tell your friends to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, Project Prevent AR. We have like almost 700 on Instagram, which is so crazy, and I think we're right at 800 on Facebook. I think we have 801.
So we're just celebrating breaking 500 on Instagram just like in October, I think.
It's crazy.
So it's growing, and
thanks for playing.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys, and this is a good way to stay up on current facts and current events. And Stephanie does a good job of really putting out the most current news that's going on. There's been so much in the news about Juul and vaping and the lung injuries and everything. So it's a great place to stay connected with us, especially while we're kind of in between websites. So for both Facebook and Instagram, the handles are Project Prevent AR. Good. Okay. Well, I wanted to just maybe go through, I think I want to go through and highlight some activities that some of our chapters are doing, and not all of our chapters are able to send in pictures with their reports. So I just kind of made some notes on a few things that other schools are doing too. But I do have a few pictures. Charleston here was able to, they created signs for the Great American Smokeout. So they were able to make these posters themselves, get them printed and hung them around the school. And they also got their tobacco-free school signs put out on all 3 of their campuses, the high school, the middle school, and the elementary school. We have just a few of those left. So I can see we have North Little Rock that's called in today. Yay! We're so glad to have you guys. So if this is something that you are not familiar with and don't have these tobacco-free school signs, again, it's state law that all of our public school campuses are tobacco-free, and that includes vaping and e-cigarettes. So we have some signs that just say, welcome to our tobacco-free school, no vaping, smoking, or dipping, and list Project Prevent. There's a space at the bottom where you can write in your own, message or hashtag or whatever, and they're just great little yard signs that are good for your campuses. They're good for your car rider line or out in your parking lots and that type of place. So we have a few of those. If you need any, just email me and let me know, and I can get them to you. And then Hamburg just had a big event, their fall festival. They had a large booth there where they did their tobacco spin wheel and different trivia. It was giving out all kinds of prizes with messages on tobacco facts and that type of thing. And their Project Prevent students hosted that booth. There are a handful of other schools that have been doing these fall festival booths, so I'm really glad. I know that Bigelow just did one, and they're also Bigelow is doing a canned food drive over the holidays, and they're in the bags of the food that they're able to give out, they're putting in some tobacco information and information on quitting and that type of thing. I thought that was a really creative way to do a service project, but also include tobacco education too in cessation health. So good job there. Let's see. Kirby was really busy over Red Ribbon Week, and I know that most of you guys were. So they had some good pictures from some of the things that they were doing with their elementary students, and they were one of the ones, I'm pretty sure you guys won these lungs at the conference. So they have the smoker's lung and the healthy lung, which is a great visual. If you don't have these, we do have some different places around the state that have them where we can hopefully get you connected with them where you could borrow them. We have some tobacco funded entities and some health department people that have these, so we can find someone that maybe can let you borrow these for an event, because they're a great visual. They were also using their Mr. Grossmouth and their jar of tar and their Organ Wise Guides Wendy the Lung kit for games and activities. And there's a picture at the top where they had Miss America was their guest one day for Red Ribbon Week. I know there's been a lot of Red Ribbon activities, Ashdown, Perryville. You guys are all doing things around Red Ribbon Week. And I know that's just a great time to do that outreach anyway. Valley View, I love your bulletin board. Smoke a turkey, not a jewel. Great job. Somebody did a really good job drawing a turkey too. And these other pictures are from Beryl Henry and Hope. And again, I think this was also a fall festival. But their table at it, their booth was the tobacco bingo game. That was one thing that's listed in your toolkit as a good, as one of the resources, as a good thing to purchase. It's not very expensive, but it just has it's just bingo with tobacco question and answer. So their Project Prevent students hosted that. And then Poyen has been busy too. This is pictures from a booth that they set up. They read to all of their elementary classes, and I know a lot of you have already read or are planning on reading to your classes. I am completely out of the Smoking Stinks books, but I do have some of those No Thanks But I'd Love to Dance books, which are really good. It's the yellow one there in the picture. Those are really good for kindergarten, first grade, maybe even second grade. So if anybody needs any more of those, or North Little Rock, if you guys need one, I'd be happy to send you one of those too. And I'm actually at the top right. I spoke at Poyen. That was the day, if you guys were following us on Instagram, where that night Poyen was playing Mountain Pine. And I was like, oh, that's the home of Bobby Bones. And they were like, well, we're the home of Justin Moore. So my mind was blown. Stephanie posted it on Instagram and tagged them both. And Bobby Bones liked our post. The real Bobby Bones.
The coolest thing.
I love that there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 or so people that had completely turned their back to me, especially this guy who's having a great time not listening, but we had fun. We had fun in Poyen. And then, let's see, what else? Fordyce, Redbugs Nation, they've been really busy too. So we've got some pictures of their meetings, them handing out red ribbons. The picture at the bottom where they wore their pink headbands was for Breast Cancer Awareness Day. They're connected with their RAD group, and some of the rest of you are too. If you're not familiar with RAD, it stands for Rise Above Alcohol and Drugs, and it's an initiative that includes, alcohol, tobacco, all drugs, and we've worked really closely with some of those groups too. So that's a great tie-in as well. And they also were doing some like a coloring contests and things with their elementary students. A couple of other things I wanted to mention too before I forget. Scott County, the Boys and Girls Club, so they cleaned up their park that's nearby. And a lot of you, I know Eastham, a couple others have done like a cleanup where you're picking up, litter, but also cigarette butts, which is the most littered item in the entire world. So Scott County went and did this, and they've decided to make that a monthly activity. So they're cleaning up their park every single month, the Scott County Boys and Girls Club. I thought that was a great idea. Acorn High School is starting an after-school program. I don't have a lot of details, but I got really excited when I saw that on their monthly report. So they are high school students that are volunteering to stay after school to play games, mentor, and work with their younger students at their school. So I thought that was fantastic and a great way to build relationships, but also be such a positive role model for younger students too. And Drew Central is doing a fact of the day. So they're doing like an announcement during their like morning announcements. They're putting a new tobacco fact in every day in those. And then a couple others I wanted to mention. Oh, Eastham is doing like a flu prevention, project, I guess I'd say, but they're collecting like hand sanitizer and tissues and that type of thing, and kind of making that connection that if you're sharing an e-cigarette, then you're passing, flu and other germs and illnesses and that type of thing. I thought that was creative. And let's see, did I miss anybody? Did I mention Bruno Pyatt did a door decorating contest? I think Ashdown did too. And there were some really good pictures. I didn't get to put them in here, but pictures of their door themes over Red Ribbon Week was really good. I know Bruno Pyatt also did like a coloring contest and dressed up for different themes during Red Ribbon Week. So this is an exciting time of year. October is a really good month for prevention anyway. So I'm just really glad to see you guys taking advantage of that. You guys are doing awesome things. So I had mentioned some of these a while back, but I wanted to just make sure that we're always providing you guys with some good resources. So Smoke Free Teen, that's teen.smokefreeteen.gov, but you can find it easily. Smoke Free Teen is a great website, and this is a picture from it at the top where it says Become a Smoke Free Teen. They have some really good resources, but also like some quitting resources like to text to quit. There's an app for quitting, and there's a dip-free text, and it can be specific to vaping or whatever the tobacco addiction is. But that's some really good resources you might share with like your school counselors and your nurses and even your principals when they're having trouble with kids that are getting caught with tobacco products. We want to be sure that these kids have what they need to be able to stop that addiction and not just get in trouble for it, but also be able to help them. And another thing to be able to do that is that Aspire program from MD Anderson, and that's a great program that could be included in the discipline policy if someone is caught with tobacco products. But it's also just good for anyone to go through that program too, and it's online and it's free. And then Mountain Home had shared, and I might have mentioned this last month, the What's in a Vape, but here's the link for that too. It's part of the Real Cost. So there's a picture of all the Mountain Home kids doing it in class. They all have it pulled up. And then I tried to take a picture, like a snapshot of what it looks like, but you basically, it's like almost like a virtual reality, and you kind of make your way through this, it's like a basement, this first one, and there's little like facts will pop up, whether it's on the computer or in a magazine or whatever. It's just really neat. So there's a lot of good information on that one. Let's see what else. So the middle school Jewel presentation, I had shared that before. So those of you that came to the conference, we kind of did a mini training on how our junior high and high school students could present to middle schoolers about jeweling. And the presentation is it's been created by the Department of Health. It has the notes with it and everything. So there's just a handful of slides that you guys can go through. The peer-to-peer education, meaning like middle school students are much more likely going to listen to junior high and high school students than they are to adults. So it would be really beneficial if you guys had the opportunity to do that. It is a PowerPoint, but it's too large to email. So I have this WeTransfer link, and I'll share all these links when I send out the recording from today's meeting too. But once you download the presentation from that link, then you'll need to save it to your computer or to a flash drive. It is read only, so you'll have to click read only. You can't make any changes to it because, like I said, that's created by the Department of Health and they don't want anybody changing it. And then the last thing I wanted to be sure that you guys still have is the CDC vaping outbreak information. And if you just Google CDC vaping outbreak, you'll get that link, but I'll provide it as well too. We're up to 47 deaths and almost 2,300 lung injuries. That was as of November 20th, and they update this every week. So that's the latest numbers. Unfortunately, it just continues to climb. So that's something that you guys can definitely share with the kids that are in your school or in your circle, or just anyone that thinks that vaping is harmless or that it's quote unquote better than smoking or that it won't hurt you. So that's a good information also. Let's see, moving kind of fast. So we will not have a meeting in January. We meet 4 times in the fall and 4 times in the spring. So this is our final meeting for the fall semester. But next spring, we'll meet February 5th, March 4th, April 1st, and May 6th. So that's the first Wednesday of every month. It's at noon. And we try to keep it between 20 and 30 minutes. And we always record them and send out that link. And it's on our YouTube channel also. This is mine and Stephanie's contact information, our hashtags that we use, and our phone numbers and emails. So if you guys connect with us in any way that you can, and if you have questions or need help with projects or anything like that, please reach out to us and let us know. I am talking really fast today. That was the last information that I had, but I want to open it up to any questions if you guys have any questions. Ms. Crow, do you have students with you today? Oh, North Little Rock needs one, please. You can pick it up. No, I'll bring it to you. Are you talking about the, Ms. Rhodes, are you talking about the books, the elementary storybooks? I'm just now reading the chat. Sorry, guys.
Yes.
Okay, great. I can bring you that, and if you guys need any of those tobacco-free school signs, I can bring you those too. And I'll look around and see if there's anything else that we have that you guys might be able to use.
Okay, thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. We're so glad to have you guys. And then, hey, so Kendra, I see that you needed to be. What did you need to be the presenter for? I don't know if I know how to do that. And you can always call me afterwards too. Okay, well, if there's not any other questions, if you guys think of anything, you can always call or email us and let us know. I'll go back one more time to the Instagram winners, Trivia Tuesday winners. There we go. And congratulations again. You guys have done such great work this semester. I'm super excited for the second half of the school year. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful break and rest up, sleep in late every day, enjoy your time off, and anything that you guys need, please let us know. Have anything else? All right. Thank you guys so much.